Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. And I'm going to demonstrate how to make this holiday wreath. Now this one is for the fall and this other one here is for Christmas. The Christmas one is made out of using costume fabric, and it's got glitter all over it or little sparkly things all over it, and it's kind of a stretchy fabric. It actually was very easy to work with. Then this other one, same process to make, exactly the same pattern. I used cotton quilting fabric. It's a little bit more difficult for me to tie because it doesn't stretch, but you get two different looks. Okay, let's get started. This is what the wire wreath form looks like, and you can get these at a variety of places. You can go to your Dollar Tree store and get them there. Sometimes they will carry two different sizes. I've also seen them at Walmart, but not all Walmart stores carry sewing and craft items. You can also probably get them at Hobby Lobby, Etsy.com, and even go on Amazon.com. Now this is a medium size one that I'm using. It depends, the amount of fabric you'll need really depends on the size of your ring. And this is about a 14-inch wide wreath form. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm only going to be filling in two sections with the strips of rag fabrics, and then this section up here I'm going to cover with one long strip, possibly two strips, to cover this area here. If you're going to use the costume fabric like I did, this stretches a little bit, which actually made it easier for tying it on. So for the costume fabric, you're going to cut your strips 2 inches wide. Now the number of strips you'll need depends on the size of your wreath. So if you're getting this 14-inch diameter one, you'll need about a half a yard of the red and the green, each of those. And then for the part up here that's wrapped around, you'll need possibly a third of a yard. Now this fabric is somewhere between 50 and 60 inches wide, so you can get a lot of strips out of it. If you're going to make this out of quilting fabric, which is 100% cotton, you don't need quite as much. So I used 3 different colors in here, and I bought a third of a yard of each. And again, your strips are cut about 2 inches wide. When you buy your fabric, you'll notice on one edge of the fabric that you might have a band down there at the selvage edge that is white. Unless your fabric is white, I recommend you cut it off, because then there's also some printing of who manufactured it, who designed it. I cut that off. Then I folded the selvage edges back together again, so it's folded down here. Then bring this folded edge towards the selvage edges, or where the selvage edges were. So now I'm going to show you a quick way to cut your fabric and get your strips done very quick. If you try to do them one at a time, it's going to take you forever. So I'm using a ruler and a rotary cutter, and this is a cutting mat. And I'm going to cut the strips 2 inches wide. So I'm going to cut there, move it over 2 inches, and if you're a little off, don't worry about it. And cut, and I'm going to go over 6 times and cut. Couple of more times. So keep cutting your strips until you have 6. Now I've taken the strips and I've unfolded one time, so they're still folded in half. And line them up on your cutting mat to where they're just slightly past one of the lines. Now this is 42-inch wide. I want to be able to get 6 out of each of these strips. So I divided that by 3 so I can get 3 cuts, or it's actually 2 cuts. So I'm going to cut just a little bit off of the ends. This is where the fold is. This is so I don't have to take time with scissors. I don't cut very well with scissors. And then cut the folded ends off. Now go over 7 inches and do a cut. Again, if it's a little crooked, don't worry about it. And then go over 7 inches again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And cut. And then I have just a little bit off here at the end to cut so that they're all the same size. And you do that with all of the different fabrics you get. Now you might need to use 2 of your strips that are wrapped around the wreath. You might need a little bit more possibly. But take those 2 strips, and I recommend that you fold the edges in just 1/4 of an inch and press it with your iron. Now if you're using the costume fabric, you don't need to do this step. This is only for using the quilting fabric. When you're wrapping, keep in mind you want to keep 2 of the sections unwrapped with these long strips. So turn your wreath form over onto where the back is looking up at you. And you're going to have their fabric strip underneath. You're going to put a little bead of glue along this edge right here. So just bring it across, then take it and fold it over and press it down. Now you're going to begin wrapping. So bring it around back over to the back side, turn it over. And I'm going to turn around so you can see it a little better. And you're going to wrap. Now I would put a little bit of glue right here on the wire form, just so it holds that one piece in place. Then, keeping it there, put another piece of glue, or a little dab of glue, not a piece of glue, a dab, and then wrap it around like that. And then bring it up over around to the back again. And keep repeating that. Just a little dab of glue. You don't need much. This is hot glue. All right. And then continue that until you have all the sections wrapped except for 2. Now you're going to start tying your strips on. So this is the fall one, of course, that I'm making. And I'm using Rapia in it. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to take one of the strips. Now you're going to take the raffia and put it in the middle on the inside and fold it twice. So fold it again one more time. Then pinch it in the middle. You're going to take it over to your wreath and go underneath. You can start on any row you like and then tie it real tight. So after you've got one tied on, take the next color, put the raffia in the middle, fold it twice, fill 2 sections in with all your colors. So now this is what your wreath should look like at this point after you have finished that. You probably want to pull it and fluff it up a little bit because as you're tying, they're twisting around all over the place. So I would just arrange it the way you like it. Now I'm going to give you suggestions on what you could put up at the top. Now you can make fabric bows or even take wire ribbon and make nice bows. Now if you don't know how to make a bow, I have a separate tutorial on making 3 different bows. They're very basic. Anybody should be able to do that. Here is something else you can do. I was really looking for a small one, but this one is kind of big. If you're going to get one this big, I recommend you cut this wooden piece off, because where I would like to put it is up here. But it's kind of big. I would rather have had a small one. You can also take foliage. There's all kinds of foliage out there. You could cut it and then again glue it up here at the top. But here's this one thing that I got is this. So what I'd like to do is put some more raffia up here along with this. Now I'm going to show you how to make a real easy loop. So before you decorate it up here, I recommend you either take some twine or ribbon, anything that you have that would work. Fold it in half and place it underneath the center. And then bring it through the loop. And then you would take the two ends and tie them in a knot, and then this would be your loop right in here. Take some raffia, and I'm using 2 different colors. At Walmart they have a package of it that's 3 different colors. And I took one other little piece of raffia, tied a knot in the center. And then using your hot glue gun, put it up here at the top using hot glue. And then take whatever foliage you want to put up there if you want more leaves or anything like that. I'm using this little decorative piece I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to put a big blob of glue back here, all over up here at the top. And then I'm going to put it right down here in the center and hold it there for a minute till it dries. And then when you're done, this is what it looks like. Well, I hope you enjoyed this project and that you learned something new. If you're interested in other types of wreath and other decors, I will have links below your YouTube screen in the description section. Just scroll down till you see the word more. Click on that and that section will expand and you will see the links appearing. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.